the thing that we're very much attuned to is that the root word of inspire means it comes from the word of being in spirit. So when you inspire somebody, you actually touch the spiritual being itself, who we are. And one of the things that we find that is important to us is to get ourselves back in touch with our own nature. That is, our nature as teachers is to give who we are, not necessarily from the mechanical, technical, but from the spiritual side of who we are. And that's what you're talking about. There's a whole idea of who is the essence of who I am, and what do I bring to the profession. So teaching in a lot of ways is a calling. And it's not a calling about curriculum, although curriculum is that it helps us. It's a calling about sharing who we are as a person. And so what we did was spend a lot of time yesterday is getting us back in touch with who we are. What do we see? How do we process? Seeing yourself. And that's the inside piece that's there. So thank you for bringing that up, because we find that that's when people spend a lot of time on this, they get back in touch with why they got into the business in the first place. You may not find yourself so close to retirement as you think now.
And especially in ATS. I mean, we've had a lot of negative publicity, and I think we needed to get down to the basics of why are we doing this, and our efforts, a lot of those kinds of discussions.
Get back on track.
And to see this and to realize, what happens every day isn't necessarily what hits the headlines, just to reinforce that. It's very valuable, even more so at this time.
Thank you. Sharon, you had your hand kind of, did you want to say something? No? Okay. Alex?
Just real quick, I like what she just got through saying. We're the people that are here this week.
See this and to realize, what happens every day isn't necessarily what hits the headlines, just to reinforce that. It's very valuable, even more so at this time.
Thank you. Sharon, you had your hand kind of, did you want to say something? No? Okay. Alex?
Just real quick, I like what she just got through saying. We're the people that are here this week, okay? And I hope when we go back to our schools that we will be the people who will continue working on this middle school transformation, because a lot of times we come to these things, the school year starts, we never meet again. There's no time. We're pressed for this, we're pressed for that. And that's where I get that lot of frustration. Because this, I got up this morning, let me tell you, I live over 50 miles away from here, drive every morning. And I don't know how y'all do it in this traffic, but, But yesterday, I look forward to getting up. Today, man, I was here early again, I look forward to it because of what happened yesterday, but I get frustrated because we do these wonderful things and we don't follow up with it. And APS, and I don't mean just APS, other school systems, because you hear the same thing everywhere. We start something good and we drop it. We do not finish it. And there's a lot of good here. I mean, you look at the talent in this classroom right here, and things that have been said. All right, who's the one in the classrooms? We are. Very seldom do they come to us anymore and ask our opinion of something or how we look at something. But yet we're the first ones that they want to pick on. Our teachers are bad, teachers don't care. Test scores, all right, if I could take my 68 sixth graders home every night with me, I think I could bring up their test scores. Because they're going to do their homework and they're going to listen to me and they're going to have manners, but I don't have 68 kids, thank God. Okay? I can't control what goes on in somebody else's house. Drive-bys, kids raising their own brothers and sisters because mom's working 2, 3 jobs. I can't control all that. So when we do something good like this, come to the people that are right there in those trenches every day, dealing with being called names, being threatened, not having what we need to have and everything. They need to back us. And that's the biggest thing. We need to be back so we can carry these good things out.
Okay. How about thank you, Alex. How about some things that are circling around in your head? Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Can you deliver a presentation to my faculty and staff?
She's okay. That's circling around. All right. She said, "Can you deliver a presentation to my faculty and staff?" And that's what's circling around in my head. All right. And 2.
I still want to know how I missed the gorilla.
Okay. That's circling. She wants to know how she missed that gorilla. Well, just 1 second, Joseph. Who was 3? Okay, Miss Stubbs.
We were just talking about, like, how are we gonna be able to, like, execute this at our school?
That was my question. Execute it, you mean like bring it to your school?
No, not presentation. I think we're good presenters. I don't think that's gonna be a problem. As far as like actual, how are we gonna feel about, I said, how are we gonna feel about this in December? How are we gonna feel about this in March? I mean, it's all fine and well in August, but, how do we get the buy-in?
Okay.
Joseph.
And the reason why I said that is because, and I heard you say it, that you work with the court system. And I am a trained Fulton County officer, sheriff department. And I've been trained to walk in a room in less than 37 to assess the room just like that. A life depends on it. The average person, and you took me out of my zone, and I was in here. I've been trained to look for that. And I let down my guard because I thought it was an academic environment. But still, let down my hair. And since I've been trained, I missed it. I was looking for something else, but I missed the bigger picture. And with my children in my classroom, when they come in, I know how many ankle braces in the building. All they do is dissect. I know that morning before I got in here to come to this class, at 3 in the morning, I'm getting somebody out of jail for aggravated stalking. Get me out of this element. Part of the court system. So I was trained to look for that. And I missed it. It's the environment. And that's all the thing I can contribute to. And how many times, and the question went through my mind, how many times during my year at Brownlee School, I missed the bigger picture? How many students did I miss? I made a difference with those that I received, but it's some of them I missed. Debriefing with a police officer, anybody married to a police officer. Well, we go through debriefing. It's not the 98% of the shooting that internal affairs receive. They go out to that 2%. If you had to do it over again, what would you do differently? So that's the reason why I said that. And I didn't mean to go on like that, but a lot of us just miss the bigger picture.
Let's just spend just a second on that gorilla just for a second. And like Brenda said, we've shown that to people all over the place, Canada, every place. And the same thing happens. It doesn't matter if you were, what your profession is. You can't deny your physiology. Your brain did what it was supposed to do, filter out. That's what it does. That is your neurological makeup. That's what you do. That's what we all do. So when you focus, literally everything else disappears. That's the beauty of your brain, is that it can focus. That neurological mass is the top of the brainstem. That's what it does. That's what keeps you alive. That's what makes you work. That's why you can do things as well as you can do them. Yet at the same time, that's the very reason why you will miss something else. It's just the nature of the situation.